Afternoon, welcome into the arena. And this is the time of year, it's early March. Horse owners need to watch out. You need to be careful. And actually had a friend of mine got hurt pretty bad a couple of days ago in a horse wreck. And I don't know the specifics of that particular wreck, but she's in the hospital, surgery and so forth. But here's the warning. It's springtime or almost springtime, and it's a warm sunny day, not today, but they're around, and we feel good and we think, well, let's get old Dobbin out of the pasture and saddle him up and go for a ride. I feel good, he probably feels good too. Haven't ridden him since last October, but I'm sure he's just fine. Okay? Old Dobbin's not just fine. He's not a four-wheeler. He's been standing around all winter doing whatever he wants to do. And especially if he's been out on a pasture with a herd, there's some wild instincts that kick in, and there's all kinds of things going on with that horse. There can be freshness, there can be fear, there can be flight instinct, there can be all kinds of things happening with that horse. And this happens over and over and over and over throughout the country this time of year. People do that. They pull that horse out of the pasture. He was fine 6 months ago. Cinch him up real tight, get on him, kick him, and boom, they get hurt. Or maybe it's on down the trail a little bit when something spooks the horse and they haven't prepared the horse to go back to work. Okay? Ask any school teacher if you can bring the kids in after summer break and put them right back to work the first day. You can't do it. They're not mentally prepared for it. So I'm going to show you a few things here that you can do that will, besides getting the dog out of the way, that you can do that will help you prepare your horse for that ride if they've had a layoff. And I picked Silver the Mustang to do this on. Of all of my horses, he's a recovering Mustang. And if he lays off for a couple of days, he'll get a little goobery. The longer he lays off, the more wide-eyed and high-headed he'll get. And so I just pulled him out, saddled him up, and he was ridden a couple of days ago, so he hasn't had a big layoff. But the first thing is just lunging the horse. Get that horse's feet moving. See there? Even that. He said, boy, that's kind of scary. And right now we have a storm moving in, the wind's blowing, it's about to start raining. So that adds to that goosiness with most horses, especially Mustangs. Okay? And so you just need to make sure this horse is okay. Here's the rule in the horse world. If my feet are moving and his are not moving, he's in charge. If his feet are moving and mine are standing still, I'm in charge. That's how horses think. And so you need to be able to move that horse's feet from the ground. All right? Both directions. I need to be able to back him up. Backing up is a very submissive move for a horse. I need to be able to move those hindquarters like that, get him to come around. And then a few other things you can do. I don't know how he'll respond to this. How will your horse do? You pull him out of the pasture and you start doing this. Okay? Can they handle that? And he did okay with that, better than I thought he would. Good. How about this? Oh, there's the next thing I was going to use, the tarp. It's blowing. He saw that. How about if you wave your hat over their head? Or how about this? Are you going to take your coat off sometime during that ride? What if you take your coat off? Start throwing it around. What's that horse going to do? Okay? Is he going to lose it? These are just things, not only am I checking this horse out, but I'm also just getting him used to stuff that he might encounter when I get on him. All right? Then get out your flag, and if you don't have a flag, then get a Walmart sack and tie it to the end of a broomstick. Anything that you can do that will kind of mimic stuff that he's going to run into on the trail. See, that bothered him. Okay? And I always think whenever I'm doing this kind of stuff, how would it be if I was on his back and this happened? How would it be if I was on his back and something touched his legs and it bothered him? What would he do? See him kind of grab himself right there and hump up there? And this horse never bucked in his life. So I don't think he would buck, but he's bothered by that, okay? So I'm just gonna do this till this horse is okay. And ideally, if I were pulling a horse out of the pasture after a long period of time, I would not ride it the first day. All I'd do is put it in the round pen and put it to work. And then I probably wouldn't ride it the second day. I'd put it in the round pen, put it to work, do all this desensitizing. Maybe the third day. Again, it depends on the horse. But a lot of people have been hurt by broke horses that just weren't ready to go back to work. Okay? What's he gonna do on the trail when a deer jumps out in front of him? And you're sitting on him. Okay? Or even I've just seen horses lose it when a bird flies up. All kinds of things can happen. Skunks and possums and all kinds of things. Or if you're at the rodeo arena, so many things can happen at the rodeos and the play days. You need to get that horse where he's okay. Okay? So I hope that helps you. Please don't just pull your horse out after a long time off and just jump on him. It's not safe and it's not fair to the horse. These horses are living, breathing flight animals, and it's our responsibility to show them that they're okay.